I love how everybody got all quiet and shit. Everybody got all shit.
Gotta prepare, man. You gotta prepare for it.
Everybody got quiet as hell.
Well, you said
Right.
3, 2, 1. You didn't say action.
Right, right. See,
Spider-Man. There we go. Boom. Okay, so how you guys feeling, man?
I'm good, blessed.
Jay, how you feeling, bro?
I liked how
Man, I'm hyped.
You hyped? Okay, so who wants to go first about the trailer reaction? Who wants to talk first? You want to play rock paper scissors? What we doing? Who want to go first?
Hey,
I say you go first.
I gotta go
you might as
first.
well-
Okay,
Might as well hit it first.
okay. So Lance knows this. You other two don't know this because I wasn't like bothering you guys with this, but I kept saying all day long, "Where the fuck is the trailer? I need it." And I was like, he was like, "Oh, it's gonna come out around like 7:30, 8 o'clock." I was like, "No, why didn't they just drop it in the morning?" So I literally been up since like 5 a.m. waiting on this trailer, like hyped about it. So it finally drops. I was on the phone with Lance. I hung up with him. I was like, "Bro, I gotta go." I see the trailer. I'm like, "Oh, damn, I'm hyped as hell, bro." But then I noticed something in the trailer that made me like, "Oh, so this really confirms that the other Spider-Man are in it." If you guys noticed that in one shot, Tom Holland Spider-Man is going one direction, and the Lizard and Electro like looking at in another direction, and Lizard's like neck gets like hit, and he just goes like opposite direction. I'm like, who is he getting hit by? So I'm like, oh, okay. So they decided to be slick and try to CGI out the other Spider-Man in there. So I'm pretty much hyped. I'm happy as hell. I'm gonna be quiet so y'all can give y'all reaction to it. But Sony, Marvel, good ass job, guys. Good ass job.
Well said.
Can y'all see me?
No,
No, you black.
No,
black,
your screen's black, man.
Oh my gosh.
It's all right.
I'll say for me,
that's cool.
I heard pretty early throughout the day that it wasn't dropping until later in the afternoon, and then I heard it was going to be like 8:30 California time. So I'm thinking 10:30 our time. So when it dropped at like 7:30, I was at my brother's house. So I'm like, "Yo, put this on right now." And overall, I really liked the trailer. There was one joke they had in there I don't think quite landed for me though. When she said, "Oh, there's another magic word like please," that didn't quite land with me. But every other thing, I was like, "I love this."
Yeah.
I was like, y'all reaching.
Yeah, I was like, that's not really that's not gonna work. You need to edit that out.
I'm hoping when
definitely.
it maybe the rest of the scene in the movie, hopefully, it makes it a little bit better. But the way maybe it was just the way it was cut into the trailer, it just didn't quite work for me. But if that's the only bad thing I have to say about this trailer, then yeah, Marvel Sony did a good ass job.
Yeah, low key, I think we're gonna be so hyped and happy about the movie that when we hear that joke, we're probably gonna give it like a pity laugh. We're not gonna care about it though. But they should have edited it out. Yeah, that wasn't it.
Damn.
Well, I mean, he's also one of the
Damn
only
right.
characters known for like that awkward humor within these movies.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. That's true. So Lance, how
Like
did you
that's
feel
kind of her
about it?
thing.
Right. I'm super hyped. Like when I seen it and I saw Sandman, I was like, oh shit. And then I was telling Freddie earlier, when I seen Electro, I'm like, dang, his suit look cold compared to that blue shit that was in damn Amazing Spider-Man 2. 'Cause I don't know what the hell that was.
Yeah, you saw when his lightning lit up, it made like the mask of like the original Electro from the comics. I thought that was
Yeah.
pretty damn cool.
Yeah, I caught
And-
that too.
Yeah.
I caught that. Yeah, that was dope. That was dope.
And then a joke that actually did stick with me was it was funny because I'm like, damn, when they said, so yeah, what's your name? Oh yeah, my name is Dr. Octavius, some shit like that. Hey, what? Laughed at his ass. Oh
Big
man.
his ass, bro.
Oh yeah, that name is kind of weird.
Well, they
No.
clowned it in Spider-Man 2 as well. He says, "Oh, guy named Otto Octavius ends up with 8 limbs. What are the odds?"
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
But I'm super hyped. Super hyped. Can't wait to see it. And it's 2.5 hours. Oh yeah, I'm ready.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be lovely, bro. Wish it was longer, but 2.5 hours. That's actually pretty fucking perfect.
Definitely longer.
Mm-hmm.
So Jay, what was your reaction to it, bro, when you first saw it?
Man, I'm not gonna lie to you. I was sad at first. I had texted Lance. I'm like, man, the trailer, and I had sent the sad face emoji. So I'm thinking like, dang, man, they missed the money shot. But then I had to realize, look, for the general public, we gotta keep it a secret. So it made sense. But man, the whole trailer, I watched it about like 10 times already.
I think I watched it like 5 times, maybe.
I did this twice.
I'm so overhyped. I had anxiety. I couldn't go to sleep last night just thinking about the trailer. Like,
Same.
I love Tom. He's my favorite Spider-Man. He's my favorite. This movie is gonna do it for me. I'm sorry. It's gonna do it for me. If they're literally not if they're not in the at least a third of the movie, if they're literally at the end of the movie and this is Tom straight through the movie, Tom is my favorite all time. He'll be my favorite all time.
Oh shit!
Straight up.
So that was gonna be
that's gonna do it for me.
That actually leads into my next question. I was gonna ask all of you guys, who do you think is the best Spider-Man in your opinion? And I'm gonna let one of y'all go first, because if I go, I'm gonna be talking for a long time. So let's start with Jesse. Jesse, who is your favorite out of the three?
God, that's such a hard one because, like, I think Toby was a great Peter Parker.
Okay,
but he wasn't a good. I don't think he was a great Spider-Man per se. I grew up reading comics, and as long as I can remember. You gotta remember, I'm the kid that got sent to the emergency room, so I let a spider bite me, thinking I was about to become Spider-Man. Yeah, my mother really hated me for that.
Oh man.
But the one quip I really remember from those movies when he goes, "Oh, it's you who's out of your mind." And to this day, I'm thinking somebody got paid at least $1 million to write that damn line.
That corny ass line.
Yes.
Yeah, overly corny.
But then you get to Andrew Garfield, and like those movies had their own problems, but he was not the problem. I think he was a great Spider-Man, but he was a little bit too cool as Peter Parker. And I might have to agree with Jay here. I think it might be Tom Holland because he kind of hits that happy medium. He's a good Peter Parker. He's got that charm. He's got that charisma. He's the nerd that I could totally see someone picking on, but he's also a great Spider-Man. And he lands it perfectly where he has a different persona once he puts on that mask. So I got to say Tom overall.
I respect that. I respect that opinion, man. I respect that.
I went really analytical there for a second. But...
No, it's good, man.
You got to.
We're here to talk about it. We ain't just about to, just drool over the trailer. We got to go deep into it. So I definitely respect that. So, Jay, you next up, bro. Who's your favorite Spider-Man and why?
All right. So before Tom, it was always Toby. Okay. For many reasons. I thought he was the best fighter. He played the role better. He was the best actor out of all the three and everything like that. So I had Toby for a while, but the last two movies and in this trailer is like tipping in the iceberg. It's like Tom is right there now. It's like if he does what he does in this movie, he's gonna be the best Spider-Man. Andrew, he's not far off either. Like Jessie said, like it's really the movie with him. It was never him as the actor or the character because I thought he played a great Peter Parker. He was also a great fighter too. Like he did pretty good with that. They missed a lot of one-liners with him in that movie that we all love with Spider-Man and everything like that. So it's Tom for me right now. It's Tom, like, and if this movie is what it is, he'll have like the best movie out of all of them.
Yeah,
literally. And his trilogy hasn't been bad either. If you want to be honest, it's honestly been better than Toby's. Spider-Man 3 was not what
I agree with you with that one. Spider-Man 3, that was a flop. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Wow.
But even still, I'm not gonna go off topic. We talk about this next. But even still, we'll talk about it next. But Lance, who's your favorite Spider-Man and why, man?
Oh man, I've been riding on the whole Toby train for the longest because he got one of my favorite Spider-Man scenes ever from his Spider-Man 2 with the train. I love that whole scene.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like, but y'all making some good points about Tom. I'm like, damn, is Tom up there for me? But I think nostalgia is probably getting me too, as far as with like Toby. I like Andrew Garfield. Like I will always fight for Amazing Spider-Man 1. The games was good. 2 had moments, but like I said, I think I might still have to go with Toby because I really like Spider-Man 2. That's like my second or third favorite Spider-Man of all time. And like Toby was fire in that role. And then the Spider-Man, every Spider-Man scene in that whole movie, the fight scenes was good and it was hilarious. When he lost his powers, he fell off the roof. Hilarious.
I'm back.
I'm back.
My back.
My back. So like I feel like now if we going from fight scenes, I'll probably still pick Toby. He isn't the I don't think he's the best Spider-Man though. I do feel like Tom Holland is probably the best Spider-Man, but I feel like I like Toby's Peter Parker so much, and nostalgia is hitting me too. That I'm like I gotta go with Toby. So that's just my hot take here.
Nah, I respect them. I respect everybody's opinions. That's what I love about you guys. You always gonna give each like your own opinions and then break it down why. I respect that. So, okay, I love all three of the Spider-Man. I'm pretty sure like all you guys do. Now, Lance already knows this, but my favorite Spider-Man is Andrew's Spider-Man. Andrew just had a certain people fail to forget that Spider-Man in the comics, he wasn't all like nerdy and sweet. Spider-Man that's the original Spider-Man that Steve Ditko and Stan Lee created, he was cool and he was kind of an asshole too when he got his powers. Like had like a kind of a chip on his shoulder. But then like throughout the series, he had to get like kind of humble. And I feel like that's one thing that the Amazing Spider-Man writers did in the movie, because like in the second one, he was a little less cool and he was more humble in the second one than he was in the first one. Because in the beginning of the first Amazing Spider-Man, he was like a real asshole. Like, bro, why you so angry all the time? Even him being an asshole got Uncle Ben killed. So I feel like that humbled him in a way too. Now with Toby, I'm always gonna love Toby because I grew up with Toby. And that, like Lance said before, that's straight nostalgia right there. So regardless, Toby is always gonna be on this high scale. Cause like I started it off. I'm the first one. I'm the one that everybody remembers. So it's cool. But like how Jessie said earlier, he was an excellent Peter Parker. But once he got behind the suit, I'm like, I'm not really feeling you, bro. It's like you need more one-liners. You need to be more cool. I need you to be more sleek and stuff with your fighting style and stuff like that. But even with that, he was still a great Spider-Man. Now, Tom Holland. The problem with Tom Holland I have is he's always in Iron Man's shadow in this universe. The MCU Spider-Man. It's always like, oh, Mr. Stark, Mr. Stark. Well, on the flip side, I love it because I can relate to that. Like with my uncle, like I always like feel like he's Iron Man and I'm Spider-Man. So I'm always like chasing after that ghost of what he's done and his success. But he's always looking out for me though. So that aspect of Tom Holland Spider-Man, I love. Only problem I have with Tom Holland Spider-Man is that he's real whiny. Like he always like whining and running all over the place. Like, bro, calm down. But on the flip side, again, if I was that age having to deal with everything he had to deal with, I'd probably be crying and whining too. Not gonna sit here and front my move.
I'm about to say, man, he literally died for 5 years. He's got to be kind of messed up for that.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say. And if I had spider powers and had maniacs chasing after me and everything else, I will feel the same way. I would. So at the end of the day, each of the Spider-Man have like something that I love, but Andrew will forever be my favorite. That's just my opinion on that.
Wait, Freddie, you remember the part in I think it was Spider-Man Homecoming when it was like a roof or something that fell on him? He was like, come on,
Spider-Man,
come on, Spider-Man.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. That was so adorable. Yeah, it was. I felt about that part. He was scared and alone. He was calling for help. I was like, yeah, that's how it is, but you gotta handle it on yourself. And especially the scene in Spider-Man Homecoming when he told Tony, like, but I'm nothing without this suit. And he was like, well, if you're nothing without this suit, then you don't need it then.
Right, yeah.
I was like, ooh, I felt that. So, yeah.
But you kind of touched on something that's honestly my biggest gripe about Tom, and this is the thing I'm most excited for with this new movie, is so far the two villains that Tom has fought are people that Tony Stark pissed off.
Yeah.
And now he's got to kind of clean that up.
Yeah.
You know, Adrian Toomes, got robbed of a great money-making opportunity. And apparently Mysterio created the de-aging thing that he used in Civil War. And this time I'm kind of excited that that's kind of not what we're doing. Now it's an issue that
basically
Peter Parker caused. And I mean, also Doctor Strange. I mean, Doctor Strange was told, don't cast that spell.
Yeah.
And he decided, okay, here's the line that we don't want to cross. I'm going to go ahead and just yeet myself right past that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's honestly my biggest gripe about Tom Holland. I don't mind the whininess because, I mean, I don't know about y'all, but when I was his age in high school, I was whining about everything.
Yeah.
That's what I said a couple minutes ago. Yeah, we all had our moments, so I give him the benefit of the doubt for that. That's real. So,
hot take, real quick. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Super hot take. I feel like Into the Spider-Verse, Miles Morales has potential to be one of the best Spider-Mans too. He definitely has potential.
I think Into the Spider-Verse is the best Spider-Man movie that's been made.
Yeah.
I think so too. Thank you. I think so too.
That's definitely true.
I have to admit, Miles Morales, he's a bit of a newer character. I wasn't, not that I didn't care about him, but he really wasn't on my radar until I played the PS4 game. And then I'm like, hey, there's something to this kid. Then I finally went and watched the movie, and I'm like, I did not think I was going to enjoy it as much as I did. So Miles Morales, I heard there was a rumor that he might be in No Way Home. This is the one time where I'm going to say I kind of hope he isn't. We already have a lot of characters involved, a lot of moving pieces. If he's going to be in a live action, I think he should have his own movie.
Solo.
Or even if not a solo, it should be a more smaller scale Peter Parker film, but it's kind of being used to introduce him.
What are you about to say,
What
Jay?
I think they might do, though, they might, because Feast is already, in the MCU already. They introduced it last Spider-Man movie and everything like that. I feel like they're not gonna make a big deal of him in this movie, but I feel like they're gonna Peter might go to the Feast Center. He might see Miles.
Oh, Jay, that's right, because Childish Gambino was his uncle, the Prowler.
I was just about to say.
Right.
Aaron Davis.
So they already say his name. They say his name, but we just haven't saw a face. So maybe even if we don't see a face this time, they might say his name again or something like that, because he does help out. His origin, he does help out in the Feast Center and stuff like that. So I don't want to see Miles. I want to just know okay, he's coming.
What about the
Because now what they say, I heard a rumor that's saying that the end credit scene is going to be Venom pulling up on Spider-Man, like with the Daily Bugle or something like that.
I can see that. I don't think he's gonna be in the movie. I think he's just probably gonna be in a post credit.
Because they said Peter's gonna fill out a job application for the Daily Bugle, and then Venom and Eddie gonna pop up and say hi to him, and it's gonna be boom.
Yeah. That'd be dope.
I did. Yep.
So my next topic is
really.
Yeah. Especially from the ending of Let There Be Carnage. Yeah, that's the only possible way.
Well, yeah, and then also because we know that this is sadly odds are the last MCU Tom Holland film, but they still want to cross him over with Venom, so that would be a good way to kind of bridge those two universes.
Yeah. So are you guys excited to see a black suit Spider-Man, or you want to wait for that? Cause I know they're teasing me with the inside-out Spider-Man suit in this one, with a little magic touch to it. But I'm talking about an actual black symbiote suit.
I don't know how to feel if I see if I see Tom Holland play that role. That's an edgier Spider-Man. I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't picture Tom Holland, little wholesome, happy self, playing fuck all y'all and type of stuff. So that's weird to me.
It'll still be better than Tobey Maguire dancing throughout New York City.
Yeah,
definitely. Actually, I believe I can see Tom doing it. Only because
he gets dark in this role.
About this movie.
Yeah, he looked dark in this role.
That's what I'm going. This whole movie seems dark. Like he said, it's gonna be a dark movie. I can see him, especially if I know you're probably gonna talk about this later, Freddie, but I feel like somebody's going to die, and the person that's
Yeah,
going to die is gonna be very close to him. Like that can really push somebody over the edge, and
Yeah.
like the symbiote suit with that, that's tough, man. It'll be
yeah,
way better than Toby's, way
yeah,
better.
yeah. I agree. I totally agree.
I
Yeah.
think though, if you're gonna do the black suit, like the biggest issue with the Raimi film that did it, that storyline, black suit to Venom, that should be 2 movies. I mean, that's a lot of story to tell. And
Yeah.
even in a 3-hour movie, I mean, that's a lot going on.
Yeah,
Because you have to have the story arc of him getting the suit, realizing what it's doing to him, but you still need to also be introducing Eddie Brock or whoever it is. Maybe they could go with the Flash Thompson version, whatever they want to do with that. There's so much you have to do with it story wise, and one film cannot contain that.
yeah. I agree.
Oh,
Yeah.
We'll have to build up to that. Yeah, you have to build up. Which Spider-Man movie is number one for y'all?
Are
Is
we
this
talking
all
live
movies?
action or?
No, whatever. Like whatever. What movie is the top Spider? Well, we don't go live action. We don't keep it fair because Miles Morales is my favorite animated one. But
Yeah.
live action, who's your favorite? What's your favorite Spider-Man movie? What's the best in your eyes?
I'm probably gonna go with Spider-Man 2 for me. Spider-Man 2 for me. I love everything about that movie.
It's a toss up between that and I really enjoyed Far From Home. I really like that one. Just seeing Mysterio finally on a big screen was pretty cool. So, but I think overall, I gotta say Spider-Man 2 as well.
So we going with Spider-Man 2 for you, Jesse?
Yeah.
Okay. Lance.
Oh, you said me? Yeah, I was going with Spider-Man 2 for me.
Okay. I'm teetering between two. I want to say Spider-Man 2 as well because that's a pretty good ass movie. Jay.
that's tough. That's tough. I'm kind of with Jesse. It's between Far From Home and Spider-Man 2. I gotta go with Spider-Man 2. I gotta go because
Yeah.
just like that whole movie was just like almost perfect. It's going to be honest, like from the writing, from the story, everything. Like it's Spider-Man 2. It has to be.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Spider-Man 2, Spider-Man 1 because I love Green Goblin, bro. Green Goblin's like that's my favorite MCU villain, like in Marvel.
That's hilarious, bro.
Yeah, he's funny, he's dope. Like the whole idea, like the whole dual like personality thing.
Willem Dafoe definitely
William
understood
Dafoe,
the
period.
assignment.
Yeah, that's just a no-brainer.
Definitely.
And then for my third one, you already know this. I got to go with Amazing Spider-Man 1, but that's my opinion.
Over Far From Home?
Oh yeah. Far From Home was low-key kind of boring to me. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Okay,
The
now
best
it's the fighting
scenes-
words.
The best scenes was when Mysterio was around.
What about that scene at the bridge though, when he's like, "Oh, use the Peter Tingle," and he's taking out all the drones at once.
That was
cool.
the best. Yeah, that was almost like the best part. But the rest of that bus scene, when
The
he put
train
on-
scene?
No,
When
listen. On the bus scene when he put on Edith and he hopped up in slow motion and did a little whatever thing. That was corny.
Yeah,
that was
kinda
corny.
dumb.
That was corny. I ain't like that.
Yeah.
Second, when he was running, hopping on the poles and stuff without his costume and got smacked by a fake Hydro Man, didn't like that.
Fake Hydro.
That was corny. Yeah, didn't like that either. The only two scenes I liked out of that whole movie was the illusion scene when he was getting messed up and he was like, "I need you to wake up," and he like started having like all the different things all around him. That was cool. I needed more of that. If it's Mysterio, I want to see some Mysterio stuff through the whole movie. I get the whole trying to think he was a good guy and all that kind of stuff, but I needed more of that. And then, like Jesse just said, the ending scene where he was like, use the spider tingle. He like closed his eyes,
Yeah.
and just going crazy, like hitting that. That's what I needed more of, bro. It was too kiddie for me. I get it because it's Marvel and it's you catering to a larger audience, but I didn't like it like that, bro. It was boring to me.
But Amazing Spider-Man won though.
That one is good.
Yeah,
That was
actually, I
good,
can't
bro.
say much
It
against that
was
one.
good. It was good, but what killed me was the ending between him and Lizard. Like they
Now I
weren't
will agree with you on that
together
one.
for
I
like
will
a
agree with
good
you on
That
that
was
one.
wild.
2 minutes. Like,
I agree with you on
like
that one.
it just like threw me off. I'm like, that's what really
And
made it funny
also,
for me. Other than
I
that,
feel
it's
like
good.
Amazing Spider-Man 2 would have been good if they would have stuck with this one villain.
It was
And then
3 of them.
and then not made him blue.
Yeah, if it was an Electron we had now with the same fight scenes without stupid Paul Giovanni Rhino and crackhead Green Goblin from Chronicle,
Dude from Chronicle.
that would have been a good movie, bro.
Dude from
Dane
Chronicle.
DeHaan's acting though is actually kind of funny. He put in such a I can't even say bad. His version of Harry Osborn was just odd.
Yeah, I did not like that.
Very odd.
Actually, I take back
cringy.
what I said about Tom Holland. That version of Harry Osborn whined that whole movie. He was always whining.
You're a fraud, Spider-Man.
You're a fraud. Spider-Man.
You know what though? I'm about to hit you all with a hot take. As far as movie suits go, Amazing Spider-Man 2 had the best movie suits.
Yes.
Yeah,
thank
no,
you.
that's
loved
fire.
everything about
Thank you.
that suit.
Thank
The
you.
eyes, especially.
Thank you.
But-
Yes, the
but-
eyes, the color schemes, all that.
I was about to say I can say that I do like it don't count because it was in a whole different movie. But like when he wore the Infinity War little Iron Spider suit, that I like that one a lot. When he
Oh
wore
yeah,
that.
the Iron Spider is totally
Yeah.
dope. Yeah. But nothing beats that Amazing Spider-Man 2 suit though, bro. It's
No,
just
that was
it's
fire.
perfect. It's perfect. The color schemes and all.
That movie would have been better if Sony hadn't interfered the way they did.
Oh,
That
Sony
was-
ruins everything. They ruined Spider-Man 3, the original one.
Yeah, because like I think Raimi said he did not want to do Venom. He didn't really like him. He didn't understand him enough. So he didn't want to do the Venom character.
He wanted
But
to do Ultra and Mysterio.
Vulture would have been cool.
He was
Yeah.
trying to set up the Sinister Six for
Oh,
Spider-Man
yeah.
4 if it ever would have
Yeah.
came out.
Okay, so my next topic is you guys like you read my mind. That's how I know we all like linked because now we talking about suits. So what's your top 3 favorite Spider-Man suits?
Ever?
Yep.
Ooh, if we include the video game, that's a lot.
Oh,
Yeah, those two.
Jesus. We're gonna be here a while.
Oh man, that's tough.
Go ahead and think for a minute. Let them
Oh
get up.
man, I just was
Can I go
playing the game.
last for this
I
one,
actually
please?
got mine.
Well, go ahead, Jay.
Got mine. Wait, are we including Miles for this one?
Yeah.
Mm.
All right. So, number 3, I got the Iron Spider suit. I know people do not like the suit. I love it. It's amazing to me. Number 2,
No pun
Amazing
intended.
Spider-Man 2. Number 1 is the Miles Morales suit in the PS4, PS5 video game. Like that suit was cold to me. That suit was amazing.
That was my number 1 too, actually.
Yeah, it was
So
something
good.
different about that suit. It was, I almost should have gave us a top 5, low key. I should have gave us a top 5. But it's cool though. We go back to that
Low
later.
key.
Yeah. Jesse, you said you last. Lance?
Oh god.
You help too? Okay, I'll think of something on the fly. Okay.
Yeah, I have mine at this point.
Okay. Mine, Amazing Spider-Man 2 suit. The original 90s Black Symbiote Spider-Man from the animated show with the they have shooters to go out the top of the list.
Yeah.
That was fire.
Yeah, with the white
I was
patch.
watching that the other day.
I love that, bro.
Yeah.
Number
That's
3
dope.
is a tie between the Miles Morales suit and the MK Spider-Man armor. No, the all new, all different Spider-Man suit, where it's like it's a suit, but it's armor and it got like the green, like light up spider symbol.
Yeah,
About
in the game, yeah.
with the green eyes that light up.
Yeah.
That's so dope, bro. That's so dope to me. I love that suit. That's the only suit I play with in the Spider-Man game.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Jesse, I'm excited to hear yours. Go ahead.
All right. My
still
third
thinking,
one,
too.
I'm
should've
gonna say
made
the
it
Far
top
From
five.
Home suit. I really like the Far From Home suit.
Yeah, that's in my
Yeah.
honorable
It
mentions.
had like that classic Ditko kind of look to it.
Yeah, Alec Ross.
But like a modernized version of it.
Yeah.
Number two, I'm going to say the 90s Symbiote suit, like that classic suits. But I'll add that I do understand why they never put that in the Spider-Man 3 movie. I don't think that would have translated well to a live action setting.
Yeah, no.
And my number one is a toss up between the Miles Morales from the PS4 game or PS5 game and the Peter Parker suit from the Spider-Man PS4 game.
Yeah, that suit is just different, bro.
Like
They
the
did
box
that
cover.
With the white symbol, the white spider symbol.
Yeah,
That's right.
I was
bro. That's
iffy on it at
Yeah,
first when they
that
first
was-
revealed the
that's
trailer. But the more I played with it, I was like, I'm really digging this.
It was different, bro. Cause we never saw a white like spider symbol before, besides like on the black suit.
Yeah.
Right.
All right.
Yeah, it was
Pretty
like
dope.
it
I
was
like that.
different but classic.
I agree.
All right. So mine's. Whew. Okay. So number 3 is the Sam Raimi Spider-Man suit, the web suit. I really like that suit. It grew on me. It grows on me the more and more I watch it. And plus, I love playing with that suit in the Spider-Man game. I just feel like I'm back in that day, just doing shit. Number two. Now, number two. I'm surprised. I'm surprised you didn't say this one, Freddie. The Spider-Man Unlimited suit.
Oh, I forgot about.
Oh,
Damn it.
That suit is fire.
Why you gotta do
I
that?
forgot about that, bro.
I love that
I
suit.
forgot about that with the cape.
Yeah,
I forgot
that
about
suit's
that
so
one. That was
fire,
cold.
bro.
I take off Miles Morales. I put that one for unlimited. That's
I'm
yeah.
taking
Yeah,
off
I
Far
gotta
From
take out
Home.
Miles Morales for that one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bro.
I love
Yeah,
that
that's-
suit.
You
I
just
forgot
shook
about
it up with
that
that,
suit.
bro. Oh my god, I forgot about that with the
Yeah,
web cape,
everything up with that
Yeah, that one is fire.
one.
bro.
And then
I'm
my
gonna go
number
watch that when I
one.
get in the house.
Me too. I'm about to
And
watch
then-
that when we done.
And then my number one, it's a toss up between the Miles Morales suit from the game and then the Miles Morales suit from the movie. I like that little like that slim, skinny type of suit he wore in the movie.
Oh yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's something about the game one. It looks so cool. So it's a toss up between them two. But yeah, that's my
We
3.
just had to shake up stuff with the Spider-Man Unlimited. Oh man,
That's
How did I
fire suit.
forget about that one?
I know. I used to love it. I'm mad they only gave it one season. Like, oh man.
Well, you know what? And now I'm thinking because
Yeah.
like an honorable mention, the Ben Riley suit was really cool too.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Oh, what you talking about with the blue hoodie
Yeah,
and the sideways spider symbol?
yeah, I thought that was kind of cool. Again, it was different, and
Mhm.
I'm all about if you gotta change it up. Spider-Man's been around since the '60s. Of course, as things evolve and time evolves, so is the character and so is his look.
Mhm.
So I thought that was a cool one too.